Hi guys, welcome back to round 3 of locals. We are playing against Tyler today. He is on Crystron Canine, and we are back with Snake Eye Yummy. So we are gonna see how this goes. I lose the die roll, and so we're gonna see what he's got to go with here. He passes. Must have been really good. And so during draw phase, we're gonna go Fua. No response, and then so we drop a second Fua just in case he's got something. I probably should have just kept at least one just in case this bonfire here gets stopped. But we're thinking about our lines here because I believe we have a yummy name in hand. But we are gonna add Poplar just so that way we can conserve our normal summon. Oh, we don't even have a yummy name. We just have hand traps. And so from here he's gonna go Fua, we're gonna Ash, and then he's gonna chain Izuna. So Izuna's gonna go ahead and dump the Lupus, and so we are gonna stop that Lupus from coming back with the Bell. So that's gonna keep him off of those. That'll be nice. But we're gonna go ahead and go Temple to place. And so we go ahead and normal summon the Droll. Droll is gonna go into Almirage, and then we're gonna go into a Cupsy Yummy Way. That's good to go. We're gonna add Cookie and Cupsy, and then we're gonna discard the Cookie. And then we're going to go Special Cupsy. Cupsy's going to go ahead and add us the Quick Play just in case we need it. And then we are going to link the Cupsy Yummy Way off for Snatchy. Snatchy's going to place the Field Spell. We're going to place Mignon because we're going for the kill here. We're not going for a turn 3. So we're gonna link those guys off into the Lollipo. Lollipo is gonna bring back 2 guys here. And so we're gonna go Mignon, targeting the Cupsy to summon back, since that's the only valid target. Has to be level 1. And then we're gonna go into battle phase. We're gonna go Surprise to summon from grave. We're gonna bring out the Cupsy, and then because that can't attack directly, we'll use that to swing into the Izuna. And then that should be enough here, unless he has something. Imagine just dropping a Spirit of Yubel out of nowhere. And so that's game 1. Feels kind of bad to brick, but that is how it goes sometimes. So we're playing. We know he's on K9, and so we're taking out a couple things. We're putting in the evenly matches and the droplets, and Thrust and the Feather Duster, just because we want to be able to clear some back row of that. Like the Forced Release would be really good to get rid of. I don't know that he's on Crystron, and so. From here, we're taking out a couple things. We're making sure that everything's lined up. We're taking out the Snake Eye package. If you watch the last video, I typically plan on siding out the bricks of the Snake Eye package. So the Oak, the Flamberge, the Diabell Star, and the Temple all come out, as well as one of the quick plays. And then we're making sure that everything is properly placed. We're taking out a Veiler and a Droll. We're gonna give this a quick pile shuffle, shake it up a little bit here. And so Tyler's been busy with life and stuff, and so I haven't seen him for a while, and we haven't played for even longer. So it's nice to see him at locals, and nice to catch up a little bit. So draw phase, we're gonna go Fua. We got a bunch of normal summons in hand, which is not great. That ghost spell will at least keep him off of Volupus. And so he's gonna go Jokul and Sulfefnir, or whatever that one is. And then he's gonna use the Crystron name to dump 2. He's gonna dump Smiger. This one is the one where you can banish it, add a spell trap, and then you have the Tristaros that pops a synchro monster and summons itself or something like that, or banishes and pops. But he's gonna go ahead and go into a Ripper. We'll take a draw, hit a droplet, great. It'd be nice to see some more hand traps, but we'll see what happens. He's gonna go Ripper, effect, detach the Jokul, and then he's gonna place the Force Release and add the Lantern. And so he'll go Lantern, targeting the Jokul. We're going to hit it with the Bell. Try to just get rid of that last material on the Ripper. And so he's going to go Lantern to search. He's going to search the case for Canine. And then he's going to go Jokul, search for a second Azuna. Or I guess maybe that's his first. I can't remember if he's done the... Yeah, he did the Azuna, right? I don't know. So he's going to place Case of Canine. He's going to add the Lupus here. And so I don't really know a ton about the Crystron Canine lineup. I know it got hit with the inclusion. We draw into another normal summon. Feels really good. But talking with Tyler afterwards, this matchup, he says one of the bigger hits to Crystron is not necessarily inclusion, but it was the Paradise Smasher, because I guess that was a pretty good plan B for them. But he's going to go into the Infinitrack River Stormer thing, and he's going to add the Scrap Recycler and the normal summon, which is going to dump off the Sulfenir or something. And then he's going to go into Clockwork Knight. He's going to send the Case of Canine, and he's going to add the Clockwork Knight, which is already going to be super hard to play through with this deck. Fortunately, the Snake Eyes stuff doesn't really care too much about it, but it really sucks that, you know, you're not going to be able to go into the Snatchy off of the Cupsies or any of the Yummy name. He goes Azuna into and Lupus. And then he's going to go into Cyber Dragon and then go into Cyber Dragon again. He's got a Lupus underneath, so it's going to be untargetable. He's going to use the Cyber Dragon thing to suck up the Clockwork Knight, because that lets him play around getting mega fleeted immediately. He's going to go Inclusion here, and then he's going to add the cluster. That's what it is. Crystron Cluster. Hardly know her. And so that's going to be a pain in the butt to play through as well. We got a bunch of draws. Nothing that we really needed. So he's going to go Sulfador, pop the Inclusion, summon back the Tristaros. And then from here, he's going to Synchro into F.A. Don Dragster. And man, we were just hitting the things that aren't going to matter all that much. And so we draw into another Fua, which feels really good. So he's got a Spell Trap negate, he's got an Omni negate, he's got a case or the Force Release pop, and then he's got the cluster as well. We go Imperm. I target the Cyber Dragon, which I forgot that we both forgot that it has Lupus underneath it, but he's gonna chain the F.A. Don Dragster here. And so we go Droplet to chain to that. That was a misplay there. It wouldn't have mattered because I'm still I would have sent the same things to negate. But that's gonna have all his attacks there. And so from here we're gonna go normal the Ash effect to add. And then he's gonna go force release. He's gonna go into the werewolf, and then I'm gonna add poplar effect, and then he's gonna banish it from my hand. So I'm just trying to, I don't think there's really a way that I play through this. I guess the normal summon Cupsy is fine because it'll add me the quick play, and I guess that's probably how I play through the board a little bit better. Instead of going my Snake Eye Ash line because I knew he had the pop. I just wasn't thinking about the werewolf, but I think I still clear the board if I go into the Cupsy, but I definitely don't kill him. But we scoop it up there, go to game 3. And so we're going to side out a bunch of stuff to go first here. So we're siding out the evenly matches, we're siding out the Fuas, we're going to, I think I saw us side out droplets as well. Nope, we keep the droplets. So evenly matched Fuas and the Feather Duster. And then we're thinking about what else to put in. So we're putting back in the Snake Eye package, as well as talent, it looked like. Just making sure that we have the correct amount of cards. So going into the Crystron stuff, something that I didn't really think about, but I guess I instinctively did, was I took out a bunch of the hand traps. Just so I wouldn't turn on the canine stuff, which is probably a good call. But we're just making sure that we have everything here. So there we took out some ghost spells. We took out the ghost spells because the only thing that really hits is just the Lupus summon back. All of the Crystron stuff just banished for cost anyways. And then the Veilers just, I don't think they feel that great. Especially if they have Izuna. That's just not going to do that's not going to do too much here. So siding is definitely one of my least favorite things about Yu-Gi-Oh! I just don't feel like I enjoy making those decisions, but according to, some of the pros, you should never really be unsure what you're siding in and out. Always coming in with a game plan, knowing, what cards you're taking out of your deck. And so we got 3 names. We got Mignon and the field spell. And so we're going to start with the temple just to place the oak, just in case he does have the Izuna or anything. But we're going to go with Cupsy. No effect there. He's going to hit me with a Fua, and then he hits me with another Fua. And so we're going to be giving him a bunch of draws here just to even set something up. You go Snatchy effect. And he's going to imperm that, which is fine. We go Cupsy effect to add. And he's got the Ash for it too, so that is pretty rough goings. And so we're thinking about playing the field spell from hand. And at this point, we're kind of weighing in our mind what is going to be the best play, seeing if we can get a Herald out without giving him like a ton of draws. But he'll get 4 draws going into Herald. So we decide to place or activate the field spell from hand to summon something from the grave, summon the Cupsy from grave. and we think about synchroing, but we decide not to, and then we just special the Lollipo and we pass. Just so that way you can play on its turn. Looking back at it now, having that field spell out is probably a bad idea. There's just no reason for it. I don't need the extra body. I should have kept the temple on field, so that way if he summons, he gets the oak. I get the oak back. But he decides to go evenly matched, which confirms that thinking of I should have just kept the field spell in hand. And so we're thinking what we want to do here. But we're gonna chain to the evenly matched to go ahead and synchro. We're deciding which bodies we want to keep. We're gonna keep the Cupsy and the Snatchy, and we lose the field spell. So this instantly does not look good. We go Cupsy, effect 2, add 2, discard 1. He hits me with the Ash, and we're gonna go into Snatchy and Cupsy, and then we're gonna chain block the Cupsy by doing the Snatchy field spell place. And so this is kind of nice because now we have the pop off of the Akroki, and we also have the quick play in hand now. And so here he goes normal summon Izuna, which we didn't catch until the end. You can't normal summon Izuna in this game state because I only have one card in hand. But that's okay. You know, that's just how it goes. We're learning. That's what I feel like locals is for. But on normal summon, we're gonna go those two into. We're gonna link synchro into the Lollipo. Lollipo's gonna summon 2 back and do a pop with the field spell. And so he's gonna pass it over to me. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna draw in a Talents, which is just fine. So this is just really awkward game state here, just because I don't have the field spell, so I'm just gonna have to be poking the entire time. But we're gonna go Cupsy effect to add 2 and discard 1. So we're gonna try to get some more names in rotation and on the board. And so we're gonna go Lollipo and the Cookie. We're gonna make sure he doesn't really have anything grave. He's got hand traps. He's got Fuwas, he's got the Izuna, he's got evenly matched and an Ash. And so we're figuring out what to discard. We're gonna discard out the Lollipo, and he hits me with Droll, which makes that talent just absolutely dead because I can't draw. He doesn't have monsters, and he doesn't have a hand. And so we're just thinking through game state here. We're gonna go normal or special summon the Cookie, and we're gonna clear off of the Cupsy into something that has some attack, and then we're just gonna swing with all 3, try to chip away a little bit, deal some damage. So the next thing he has to do, he's just got to have a crazy top deck here. And so he's going to go Inclusion, effect to add. And so it lets him add, and then in the graveyard it can banish itself, target a Crystron card in the graveyard, and summon it back. And so we're going to go synchro into the Cookie. And we're just going to pop that. He's reading to see what happens, and so he is going to figure out what he's going to add to hand here, and we're going to see what we can do. We have all 3 names in rotation, which is really nice because whatever he sends, I'm going to be able to get rid of with the Lollipo. And so he adds Smiger. Smiger's the one where if you know, it doesn't summon itself, I don't think, but once it's on the field, you can blow up a card that you control and then summon a tuner. And so we're going to, on resolution, we're going to use the field spell to pop. And then he's got the Smiger out. And then from here, he's just going to link it off into a Clockwork Knight. And then at this point, we're going to go Surprise to summon back the Lollipo, and the Lollipo is going to shuffle back the Smiger. Because the Clockwork Knight, I think it could summon like a monster, a machine monster from graveyard. Plus the Crystron inclusion can bring it back out as well. And so we're just going to get rid of it and call it a day there. And so from here, he's going to go ahead and overlay into a Typhon. He's reading to make sure that, just remember what a Croaky summon back is. But he's going to swing over the Cookie, which is fine. That's a pretty big body, and I hit Droplet off the draw, which will help me just beat over, clear that Typhon. What a top deck. We go Droplet to send the field spell, negate the Typhon and its effects. And then here we're thinking about a Croaky's effect. Trying to figure out how to get some bodies in on the field. It's unfortunate because that we kind of need to be able to synchron a Lollipo in order to get going here. Just to get more bodies on the field. Because unless he activates something, then both those cards are dead. So we decide to go to battle. We'll swing over the Typhon, give him 250, and then swing in for another 12. And we're just slowly chipping away at things here. Again, if I hadn't placed that field spell, things would be going way better right now. Just having both the field spells in rotation, being able to swap one in and out, would have been really helpful. So we pass on that. And so he's seeing what he's got. He's got the... What did he... Is that Lantern? Yeah, I guess it was Lantern. He hits Lantern, try to summon back the Azuna. The Azuna is going to dump. We're going to chain the Cookie to bounce and then summon the Cookie. Cookie's going to pop Lantern, so he can't add something, but the Azuna is still going to dump here. And so he's going to dump the Lupus, which is fine because we're not going to activate anything that's going to let him summon it back. He goes to battle. He's going to declare with the Azuna, and then we're just going to chain 100, summon back summon out Cupsy in defense just so it doesn't get beat over. And then we'll go Cupsy effect to add, chainlink 2, a Croaky to pop, to get some bodies on the board. Get the bodies on the board. Get the bodies on the board. Get the bodies on the board. And he passes it over. Time's coming down pretty quick, and so we're just trying to get some damage on board. We're going to go normal the Cookie. The Cupsy is 0, so it's not going to do anything, so we're going to swap it into the Snatchy here. So we get some more damage. So that's going to be 16 plus, I think, 12 off of the Lollipo. And so we're just seeing what our options are, trying to see if there's anything that's going to be worth beating into. And so we swap into the Cookie, and he passes it back over, and then we go for game. Just in time. So, yeah, that evenly matched, really put in the work, and then him not hitting anything that he needed also kind of sucked for him too. So... well, that is round 3 for locals. Thanks for watching, you guys. I will probably drop another deck profile of how that Snake Eyes deck did this week. But we will see you on the next one. See ya. Bye.